What up, Depth Chart? It's your boy, young broadcaster Jared Young, here on the set of the 2 Point Perspective in 2026 with my co-host, Miles on the mic, Miles Sweeney. What up, bro? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. We're fitted up.
Yes,
How can we not be doing good?
Dude. Kitted out today. We got the 2 Point Perspective jerseys. We got the T2PP hats.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Super stoked to have the drip today. Yeah, you forgot yours.
I did.
You forgot yours.
Yeah.
You had to run home and grab it.
I just got back from LA, a little week trip, so I've been a little scrambled since I got back. But
yeah, you were a little sick too.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
I was having to. Yeah, my parents got sick, and I was starting to feel it the night before, and I was kind of debating like if I was even going to be able to go. Right. But ibuprofen is one hell of an over-the-counter, so it held me over. But yeah, it was a fun trip. Back here now. Had to do a little back and forth to get my gear, but we're here now. That's all that matters. So
yeah, man, right on. Well, yeah, that's why we didn't put out an episode a couple weeks ago. We were planning to do like a whole awards show and put all this effort into an episode, but it just, between Miles being sick and the holidays, it was just a lot. And so, you know, we're still going to do it at some point, but it's going to be
a 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, it's going to be in the future sometime. And so we'll let you guys know when that's going to happen. But you know what? We wanted to wear our new gear today, and we got tons of content for you guys. So we're really excited to hop right in. And let's jump into our roster shakeup. So
let's do it.
We got a little bit of NBA for you guys. The NFL season is starting to come to a close, and we're going to start hitting the NBA a little bit harder. And first up on my list, we got Trae Young traded to the Wizards for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. So a big trade there. I think it's a mistake by the Hawks. Obviously, you know, I know Trae wanted a trade, but if I'm the Hawks, I'm doing everything I can to keep my star player there. Right? They've pretty much.
Well, especially for that return.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
And I think, they've signed their death warrant for the season. I don't imagine. I mean, CJ McCollum is good, but you're not getting the same return. Trae this season, he's averaging 19.3 points per game, 8.9 assists, 1.5 rebounds per game, and his field goal percentage is 41.5, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this right now. When I saw that he got traded, I was shocked that it was the Wizards.
Right.
But I mean, why wouldn't it be if they're giving up two players, a 1 for 2? I thought we're going to see some picks scattered in there. That's honestly, in my opinion, that should be the case. But that was a steal, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I think that the Wizards fleeced, and they haven't been the same since John Wall left. Right?
John Wall who's the shooting guard there? Yeah, but those are their last like good glory days when they had that backcourt. So, crazy trade. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Blockbuster
does it, right here. I mean, I guess it's about mid-season now. We're getting into mid-season. I'm sure we're gonna see some more big trades come along as the trade deadline comes a little bit closer. Next on my list, I got John Harbaugh. He is out as the Ravens head coach. I think this is a huge mistake by the Ravens. He's one of the winningest head coaches of all time. He's the winningest head coach in Ravens history, and they let him loose. They cut him loose after one season, one game under 500. Really,
and from where they were early in the season,
right? Yeah, like they were improving down the stretch, and on top of that, they've had a lot of injuries this season.
A lot of injuries.
Lamar has not really been healthy all season long, and they missed the playoffs by a field goal. So,
that field goal got him fired,
right?
And I mean,
big mistake.
Let's assume Tyler Loop makes that, and then their first round exits. Are we singing the same tune here? Is Harbaugh still going to get fired? We don't know. So like, he was there for 18 years. He has a Super Bowl winning record in the playoffs.
And I will say that I think that they misutilized Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and that is a coaching issue.
Right.
That is a coaching issue.
It
for
is.
sure.
And I think that's a problem. But more than anything, that's a conversation with your coach. That's not letting go one of the winningest head coaches in the winningest head coach in your franchise's history.
Yeah.
After one, we'll say, poor season. I'm not going to call it a bad season. They didn't have a bad season. They just didn't have a great season. It didn't live up to the expectations of what we've seen from the Ravens over the years. And frankly, I think John Harbaugh is probably the hottest
100%
coaching candidate.
Yeah.
Available right now. If I'm the Giants, I'm doing everything I can to get that guy in the door. And I mean, I know that there's going to be. He's already gotten 6 calls. After
he's
the
gotten
first day,
8 calls, and he's going to wait until next week to do the interviews.
Right.
So maybe he's seeing how the first round of the playoffs is going to shake out. If somebody else is going to get their walking papers, because I don't foresee him going to a team like the Jets or just a rebuilding team in general. He's not going to do that.
No, absolutely
not. He's 63 years old or something like that. So.
But I do see him going to a team at the very least with an established quarterback.
100%.
So if he can go to a team with an established quarterback, I think that he can be successful. Maybe he doesn't go to a team. Maybe it takes the year off. I mean, he's been with the Ravens for 18 years. It would. That's a big move if you've lived in one city for 18 years to uproot your family and dip out. So
go back to work. So
right.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, I mean, next guy on my list is Mike McDaniel. This is a guy we've talked about all season long. Is he on the hot seat? Is he not? I'm kind of surprised by the move. The Dolphins started to pick it up there at the end of the season. On top of that, he's got a CTE quarterback all season long, really. And they just haven't really had the tools, I think, to get the job done, which is unfortunate. But
they're going full clean house. This isn't them picking Tua over McDaniel, because they wouldn't do that.
Right. And I agree. I just I'm a little bit surprised with the success that they were having down the stretch. And but
I thought he saved his job.
Well, I thought so too. But something that you and I talked about around midseason was the culture inside the locker room, right?
Yeah.
If the culture is too lax and that's just his style and that's not what you want in your head coach anymore, I understand.
No, I do too. 100%. And then you got one more on there too. That's not surprising.
Yeah. Last but not least, and this is one that we talked about in our last episode. Pete Carroll, he's out.
Yeah.
He's out of there. And not surprised. We were even hearing the rumors that Tom Brady wanted him out. So I'm not surprised to see it. And frankly, Pete Carroll had no business going back into coaching in the first place.
I don't think he should go back.
Yeah.
No. He should be done.
So I have a question for you, though. Who do you think the Raiders have the number 1 overall pick?
Mm-hmm.
I know you said that you don't see John Harbaugh going to a team that's in rebuild mode, but with the allure of the number 1 overall pick, could you see him?
I could
maybe heading to the Raiders if he likes the quarterback situation over there.
I mean, he could, but they're not a quarterback away either.
They're not. They have issues on both lines that need to be addressed, but they have obviously a huge hole there at quarterback.
That it is a very alluring variable of getting a head coach. But I feel like somebody, like you said, with the cachet of a John Harbaugh, who's been a winning coach his entire career, I think he would rather go to a place with a quarterback already in-house.
I agree.
So
I
don't see I think for, I don't know, maybe a guy like Clint Kubiak, a first-time head coach, knowing that he's going to get his guy number 1 overall.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be first in line prior to Harbaugh wanting to take that. But I mean, who knows, man? I think John Harbaugh could get a blank check no matter where he goes. So it could honestly boil down to who's going to pony up the most money. Right. And if it were to be the Raiders, then, I mean, we saw this with Sean Payton. He went to Denver with Russell Wilson, who was, his career was already on the downfall, but he still took it because they were going to pay him the most money. So
right, and there was an obvious future there somewhere.
100%. Well, I mean, even that, like, they didn't have a first-round pick for. I mean, they had to trade to get Sean Payton, and they just traded for Russell Wilson before. So, like, in terms of draft stock, that was still pretty shaky.
So Miles, what do you think the next step in Mike McDaniel's career is going to look like?
Well, I mean, we heard immediately after he got fired, the Lions wanted to bring him in for OC. Like, he's going to get OC talks no matter what.
Right.
Do you
think there's a head coaching position?
I think there is
available for him somewhere.
I think there is. Yeah. I don't know, but like, would he want to enhance his foundation going back to just play calling and then see where that would lead him at? Like, kind of like a Saleh situation.
Yeah.
Where you could just go back doing what you're really good at that got you the head coaching position in the first place and then try again. I don't know. I feel like he's going to get head coaching interviews no matter what.
Well, and I wonder if Robert Saleh is going to be looking into some head coaching positions this
I think he is. He's already
season
getting
as well.
requests for interviews.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder how seriously he's going to take that if he feels there's a position that is calling his name.
And he's going to be more picky about it too.
Yeah.
He's not going to just. I don't see him going to the Raiders.
Well, I don't see him going to the Browns either.
Yeah,
like he's going to want to go somewhere with a decent front office, somebody that's not going to bail on him.
He's not doing the Jets 2.0.
Right.
Like, obviously, he wouldn't go back there, but just in terms of the situation with the NFL structure, he learned his lesson.
Right.
And he wasn't even a bad coach over there. I mean, he went 7-10 2 years in a row, and then got fired at 2-3. So. Yeah, I think he's going to look for something that's more suited for him.
I would have loved to see how that season plays out if he stays in New York.
Yeah, because he never got the quarterback right.
Yeah.
So, what would that look like?
And that's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
So,
yeah. Well, we got 3 more who got on the chopping block. Kevin Stefanski, like we talked about. I think that relationship got a little sour towards the end, and I don't think Stefanski's a bad head coach, but he was making some bad choices in his last season, especially regarding Shador and play calling and all that stuff. But he's a 2-time coach of the year, so that's going to bolster his resume, of course. Would he take an OC job? I don't know.
He's interviewing with the Giants this week. Actually.
Yeah, so I think if he's going to go back, he's probably going to take a head coaching gig. But it was just the way that ended. It was so strange.
Well, I mean, how toxic was the situation with Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders?
Yeah, and then you still have Deshaun Watson.
Super toxic. Yeah,
and and they traded Joe Flacco, right? So the quarterback situation, they were in purgatory. So I think that played a big part in it, but the way that he maneuvered it was a bit problematic, in my opinion. So we're gonna see where he goes. Raheem Morris, he's also getting head coaching interviews too. I mean, he had 2 8-9 seasons in a row, but I think my thing with Raheem Morris is the NFC South is atrocious.
And they had that really good offense. As far as the talent on their offense,
they got playmakers, man.
Really good.
Yeah.
So it's kind of inexcusable.
Well, and we're seeing buzz about how would the season have turned out if Kirk Cousins started the whole year.
Right.
I think Michael Penix is still underwhelming.
Right.
So I still think that was a mistake of a pick. But he's only 2 games under 500 in his entire head coaching tenure of over 2 years. You could at least say that his side of the ball was buttoned up, but it's just kind of like, if you can't win in the NFC South,
where can you win?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, how much talent are you going to need?
Right.
So I think he might go back to DC to be a DC. So yeah, man, I think that one's interesting. I thought maybe he saved his job at the end of that year. Because I mean, they played some good games down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, took care of business with both two big games in their division.
Yeah,
against the Bucks and the Saints to end the season.
And to finish with the same record as those two and not get into the playoffs because of your division record,
right? Yeah, and that division was so interesting because it started to become kind of competitive.
It became
towards the end of the season
because Tampa Bay fell off, and then Carolina got hot at the right time.
That's such a weird thing too. Tampa falling off. I mean, they got healthy towards the end of the season and still couldn't put it together. I was like kind of baffled watching it happen.
And they beat Carolina in the last week, but it didn't matter.
Barely
beat them. Yeah. But yeah, the fate ended up in Atlanta's hands, and that's how the cookie crumbled. So yeah, I think that job, I could see John Harbaugh going to Atlanta. I mean, and I know that quarterback situation is still pretty shaky, but they got talent, and that division is atrocious.
Yeah.
So they could run that for.
I think that's a great take, Miles.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be walking into one of the best running backs in the league, right?
Yeah.
At least decent quarterback.
You have options.
Play there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And a defense that is not bad, right?
They got young pieces on the defensive line. So Jesse Bates is playing good.
I think that's a good take, and it's not in a strong division. John Harbaugh could run that division for a long time.
100%. Yeah. And then last, and certainly not least, this one was not surprising because I didn't think he deserved it. I'm surprised because I didn't think it would happen. And it's Jonathan Gannon. Now, the ownership for the Cardinals is so bad, and they were giving leaks to Ian Rappaport and stuff, saying he's going to be safe. So everyone in the desert rolled their eyes reading that. So it didn't matter how they finished, in my opinion, because he was going to get the excuse of Kyler Murray's not his quarterback and all the injuries.
Right.
But to go 3-14, you can't. That's a fireable offense in and of itself. He finished 15-36 as a head coach.
That's pretty disgusting.
Raheem Morris had more wins in 2 years than Gannon had in 3.
Yeah.
So and you're in the NFC West. That's been a bloodbath for the last 10 plus years.
And there's something to be said about that too. I mean, that's the best division in football.
Yeah.
Right. And it has been for a long time.
Yeah. So like I said, he deserved to get fired, but I'm just shocked that Michael Bidwell had the cojones to actually do it, because
who do you want to see become the Cardinals head coach?
I would love John Harbaugh. I would love John Harbaugh, but I don't think that's going to happen.
You're not getting John Harbaugh, though.
No, and if we talk about the blank check thing, I don't know if ownership would pony up the money that he would want and the control that he would want as well. So I mean, outside of that, I do like Robert Saleh.
And then what's the answer for the quarterback situation?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Saleh.
Clint Kubiak. I think the idea of plucking from your own division is intriguing because you need somebody who can show that they can win in that division.
On the other side of that, though, is that something that Robert Saleh is going to do? I don't know.
I don't think he would go to Arizona.
I don't think he would.
I don't think he would.
To go to a divisional opponent, that would be pretty heinous.
I mean, and there are the talks of like Mike McCarthy. I know he just interviewed for Tennessee. I mean, you can shake your head at that, but his resume is actually pretty similar to Sean Payton, and he's had good regular season success. Doesn't translate to the playoffs, but I mean, just in terms of where these teams are,
Mike McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning coach.
He is.
He's a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Yeah. So I would not sneeze at that, but would it be my number one preference? No.
You know who I think would be great in the desert, Miles? Chip Kelly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That'd be cinema.
Maybe I'll start that rumor. Maybe I'll start that and we'll manifest it. Chip Kelly to the desert.
You would love that.
I would love that.
You would love that second to Gannon staying as the coach. Because everyone in the NFC West wanted Gannon to stay the coach. But maybe they'll pluck from college football. Any good college football coaches we're going to see in the college football playoff. We got games tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Thursday night. As of right now, Ole Miss and Miami are already going toe-to-toe.
Yeah, what's the score of that game? Let's get a score
last
update
I saw it
real
was
quick.
7-3 Ole Miss.
I see here 73-yard Ole Miss touchdown. All right.
Still 7-3?
I'm gonna check here.
Probably before halftime too.
Yeah, let me get these 10-10. 10-10, 4:38 left in the half.
Okay. Yeah. So to start off, they both had big wins the week before. Ole Miss beats Georgia the week before, and Miami took down Ohio State.
Right.
Which is something I did not think was going to happen. Their defense really showed up and
Two
showed
juggernauts.
out. Yeah. So I mean, and I think it's funny that as we talked about when these brackets were first made, all the controversy surrounding Notre Dame and how like maybe they should have made it over Miami, but Miami's kind of putting that argument to rest right now, especially if they beat Ole Miss.
And I think that those two teams specifically prove why this is something that needed to happen.
Yeah.
Right. At the very least, this 12-team format. Do I think they should expand it? Yes, I absolutely do. Do I think Notre Dame should have been in? Yeah, I do. And based off of what we saw, and I'll get into this, but based off of what we saw last week from Alabama, Notre Dame should have been in.
Right.
So
yeah, you give two more teams to that playoff, Notre Dame's making it. So, but yeah, Miami's favored by 3, and as you heard, tie game. So for my prediction for that, I think Ole Miss is still gonna come out on top.
Okay. Well, Miles, I have Oregon at Indiana. Who do you think is going to win that game?
Indiana. They got Heisman Mendoza, bro. Heisman Mendoza.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that game coming up. So Oregon comes in at the 4 seed at 13-1, and Indiana comes in at the number 1 seed at 14-0. That game is at 4:30 Pacific time.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Indiana is favored -3.5. So, Oregon's only loss this season actually comes to Indiana.
Yeah.
Right around mid-season.
Yeah.
So this is a rematch of that game. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it'll be close, as it should be.
Right.
Oregon's offense has been taking care of business the last couple of weeks. They blew out Texas Tech 23-0. Indiana almost blew out Alabama 38-3. So those are huge numbers, right?
Right.
Fernando Mendoza, he's the Heisman. He's probably going to the Raiders, right? We assume number 1 overall, and he's posting some pretty decent numbers this season. He's got a 72.3 completion rating. He's got over 3,100 yards and 36 touchdowns, and his quarterback rating is 184.7.
Is that good?
Yeah. Yeah, huge numbers for this guy. And go ahead, Miles.
Well, I wonder how much how that game turns out, because this is quarterback 1 and 2,
right,
in the draft. Say what you want about Ty Simpson. I don't care. This is quarterback 1 and 2. So how much would that shift depending on the outcome of that game?
I think it depends. If Indiana loses a close game, I think it stays. I think Mendoza still goes number 1 overall. If they lose because of bad quarterback play, maybe that shifts the tides, and we'll just have to see what happens. But I got a couple other stats that I want to throw at you guys that just makes Indiana's run this season so impressive, right? So Indiana comes in at the number 1 seed, 14-0, right? They've had some really tough games. They've had some really huge wins, especially here in the college football playoffs. And they come in with 0 5-star recruits. 0.
Wow.
And only 7 4-star recruits. That is insane, especially with the way the NIL has played out over the last few years, and the amount of money being thrown around to get players to these schools. Oregon, on the other hand, comes in with 6 5-star recruits and 52 4-star recruits.
Jeez. Well, you know what that is? It's coaching. those boys are being coached up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Well, and it really shows the culture inside Indiana's locker room, right? I mean,
there's not much you can say about that.
No, I think we've said it all, but it's just impressive. It's impressive,
it's crazy.
And I'll tell you, I hope that Indiana goes all the way. I hope that they take it all the way, just based off of these statistics alone. I think that they've earned it. But
yeah.
So for my two predictions, I'm taking Ole Miss tonight.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them win. I think that would be fun. I love that we're shaking up the national championship and who's going to be in it. Honestly, I love to see a non-SEC team win the championship.
It gets old.
Yeah, it does get old. On the other side, I've got Indiana winning tonight. So hoping for an Ole Miss Indiana championship game.
That'd be, I'd watch that, man. That sounds like a good game. Also, I hate Oregon. So Mendoza's gonna take over.
Hey man, let's see it happen. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be watching our dual threat bet game Sunday night. Yeah, so Sunday night, it's the Chargers at New England. This is our dual threat bet for the week. I won our last dual threat bet. Miles, can you remind us what that was?
That was
+3.
Yeah, the matchup was Chargers and Texans. I pulled Herbo to get 3 touchdowns, and he did not do it. So Jared's closing the gap, sitting at 9-11 for me and 6-14 for Jared, and there's a lot of football to be played.
There is. So yeah, we got what 5 weeks, including this one. So I got 5 opportunities to take the lead. All right. So Miles, heads is the bat, tails is not the bat.
I'll go tails.
Okay. Ooh, it was heads.
Okay.
I dropped it, but it was heads.
All right, then that's your poll.
All right, man. I don't think I've pulled yet.
You haven't? No, ever since we changed the format.
All right.
There's one in there that I did not tell you about.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get that one.
Okay.
I got Stevenson over 75.5 scrimmage yards.
Okay.
What was the one you didn't tell me about?
Anytime special teams touchdown.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
Yeah.
I would have been really upset if I pulled that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you know, I don't feel terrible about this.
I think that could happen. I mean, like, I don't know the share of that backfield. So
right. Well, and if he's getting passing yards too,
scrimmage,
maybe he breaks one loose.
Exactly.
So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that makes me nervous.
Yeah, you should be. You should be nervous.
Well, yeah, it's all going to come down to the playoffs, but do we agree with that playoff structure / seeding? This is our New Year's resolution segment, and we were kind of throwing around ideas, and Jared threw this one out, and I think it's really interesting because it's always had some buzz to it, but I think this year, because Carolina makes the playoffs,
not just Carolina, but Pittsburgh
too. I mean, like 10-7, that came down, but like Carolina specifically, and just the NFC South in general for the last handful of years, has not really been a good division.
Right.
It's never been competitive, and so for Carolina to come in at 8-9. I saw they were like the 6th worst point differential team to make the playoffs, and they're going to be hosting a game against the Rams. So, you know, you brought it up. I see it all over the NFL world about like they need to change the seeding or the structure of the playoffs because that's unfair. And I can subscribe to some of that, but I think the thing that worries me is it taking a wrecking ball to the division aspect of it, which is so important.
Right. Well, and I think you said it all, Miles, but I just feel like you can't take a team like the Rams and make them go on the road to play Carolina.
Yeah,
that is embarrassing. There's no reason that should happen. That's a team that could be the number 1 seed, right?
Right. They just had it a couple weeks ago.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And now instead they're going on the road as the 5 seed to play Carolina. That's not good. You and I kind of talked about something, and it was that if a team wins their division, then yes, they get an automatic entry. But the seeding should work differently. Right. And I think that is absolutely the direction we should be going, right? It should be based off your record. If you win 12, 13 games, if you win 16 games, you should be a higher seed than a team that's not even above 500.
Right.
That's ridiculous. So
I agree with that. I think the thing, you can't abolish the division aspect, because I think that is what separates the NFL and the NBA, which is what I think makes it special.
Right.
Is that the division that you play in is important. You play those teams
and the
twice a year.
rivalries hold so much value
and weight.
Right. And I mean, not just to the organizations or the players, but to the fans as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, yours and my relationship is, while we give each other a hard time, but I feel like it's strengthened by the rivalry there, right?
Play each other twice a year.
Right. Yeah. I love the 49ers more because of the rivalry with the Seahawks or with the Rams. So it just makes it more fun. And but it's real quick, a score update. In the Miami Ole Miss game, it looks like Miami is up 17-10 with 2 minutes left.
Can I change my prediction?
2 minutes left in the first half. But Miles, I wanted to ask you, who's your Super Bowl prediction? I know I'm kind of going off script here, but I thought about this. The playoffs are starting today. Who's your prediction to win it all? And we can do this a couple more times as the brackets kind of slim down.
Honestly, I'll say this right now. I think the Super Bowl is going to be won by the NFC. But honestly, I could not tell you who's going to make it. I really have no idea.
No, not even a thought?
Well, I mean, like, you could say Seattle first seed, but like, right. I don't know. I think they're vulnerable. And we've seen Darnold in the playoffs. So
I'll tell you right now that, my Niners got blown up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying anything about that. Their offense, right? Seattle took care of business.
Yeah.
But Seattle only put up 13 points against a disheveled defense.
Yeah. No players.
Right.
Yeah. So I think, like, Seattle, I don't understand that team as of right now. I really don't. And I mean, like, the Rams, like, you can't count them out. The Niners, I just don't, truly, I don't know. I can tell you right now, I don't think it's going to be the Panthers, for sure. I'd bet my life on that. Like, the Packers, I don't think so. The Bears, maybe the NFC Championship game, maybe. But that would be a pretty Herculean effort for a first-year head coach, which I think Ben Johnson could do it. He's been working wonders. But I don't know. Honestly, it's not Philly either. I don't think it's Philly. I think the Niners are going to beat Philly.
Yeah, I actually think so too. I think they're going to win in the first round.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I'm not saying anything. I don't know. Can I give you mine?
Let me just say, I think it's going to come from the NFC West.
I think it's going to be Jacksonville versus the Rams.
Okay.
And I think the Rams are going to be Super Bowl champions.
Okay. I really like Jacksonville, but I don't know, because they could be one bad Trevor Lawrence game away from being
who's beating
booted.
them.
Houston.
Okay. I like the take.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure that Houston's offensive play can take them there.
I don't think Houston would make the Super Bowl. Yeah, because like you need to be able to put up points.
Mm-hmm.
If your defense, and I do subscribe the defense wins championships, but this is an offensive league.
It is.
So I mean, how sustainable is that for your defense to carry you all the way, winning 13-7, 17-10? You know, but I just not New England. Even though Baltimore and Kansas City aren't in the playoffs this year, I still don't think Buffalo is going to get there.
I don't think so either.
So
that really only leaves us with Jacksonville.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is interesting. I don't know. Could he string together 4 games and win the Super Bowl of like good play?
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
But yeah, honestly, Jared, I think I'll subscribe with you for this week. I think Jacksonville and any NFC West team in the Super Bowl. I couldn't tell you which one.
Fair.
I can tell you it's not the Cardinals. But
what? Are you sure?
I think they play this week. They're in the consolation bracket.
So, Miles, I'm sorry to burst your bubble on this one, but I'm not letting you get away with it. So I sent you a graphic. I think it was yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's so damning. That's another reason why he should have been fired. But go ahead and say the stat.
The Cardinals had more losses this season than the entire rest of the NFC West combined.
That's bad. That is really bad.
Really bad.
But it shows how generationally good this division is this year.
Absolutely.
And if the Cardinals were to get, let's just say they get John Harbaugh. Let's live in fantasy land. That would probably be the best coaching division in NFL history.
Can I tell you something that actually makes me feel a little bit at peace for the Niners not getting the number 1 seed? They lost to Seattle and the Rams at home.
Mm-hmm. And right? I think
and beat both of them on the road.
Seattle doesn't play that well at home. I mean, they're much better on the road under Mike McDonald, which is crazy to me. But I mean, the idea of staying in San Francisco the entire ride through the playoffs is sexy, but I think you guys are just fine without it, to be honest.
I think so too. We've been pretty good on the road.
And you guys want to, I mean, I know this was 3 years ago, but Niners want to get their get back on Philly for that NFC Championship game. Brock Purdy gets hurt, and they kind of get pummeled into the ground. Like they don't forget that, you know.
Fourth string quarterback.
Yeah. Even Christian McCaffrey's taking.
Philly's
snaps,
been on the decline, man.
Yeah,
Philly's been on the decline. So.
I don't believe in them at all. So,
well, Miles, I appreciate you at least indulging my prediction. But I want to hear more about your predictions, especially for this upcoming week.
So when you say that, do you want me to start, or do you want to kick us off?
No, I'm going to start for sure.
But,
okay. But I definitely am curious to hear who you're picking this week. So we each decided that we're going to pick all the games. Normally we split it up, right? We cut it in half, but there's only 6 games this week, and it felt kind of wrong for us to each only
do
three games. So first we got the Rams at Carolina. I already said I think the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I'm taking the Rams.
They lost them earlier this year too. That's not happening again.
Yeah, no, they're going to want to get back.
They're favored by 10.5.
Yeah, not surprised by that.
It's not happening.
Next, we got Green Bay at Chicago. Now, that's kind of been a tight division as well. And Green Bay initially was my pick to win the Super Bowl at the very beginning of the season, right before the season started.
Yeah,
but they're kind of beat up right now as well, and Jordan Love is coming off a concussion, right?
Yep.
No Micah Parsons.
Yep.
On top of that, they're on the road in Chicago, and Chicago is very good at home. They are very good at home this season. I'm taking Chicago.
Okay.
Da Bears. Next on my list, we got Buffalo at Jacksonville. I already said this. I think Jacksonville is going to take it. I think that they have Super Bowl potential, and yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a good game. Buffalo could do it. It's that game is kind of a coin toss, but the way that Buffalo has played this season, they're not at the same level as they have been in years past, and Jacksonville is just kind of operating at a different level.
Jacksonville's run defense this year has been pretty good. If they can bottle up James Cook and force Josh Allen to play Superman, which we all know he can do, he's won plenty of games doing that. But,
right.
I mean, you make him more vulnerable. So, yeah, I like that pick.
Up next, I got San Fran at Philly.
Don't be a homer.
Yeah, man.
Speak from the heart.
I will speak from the heart on this one. And you know what? I'm going with my Niners. I have to.
Yeah.
Have to take the Niners. I think they're going to be pissed after last week. I will tell you that they were very loud. Like Niners fans, the Niners pages, everything that I saw going into the Seattle game, they were loud.
Yeah.
They were loud and outspoken. And I will tell you, we've been quiet. We've been quiet the last couple of weeks. That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
And they got something to prove.
Yeah.
Coming up. So I think that the Niners are going to go into Philly. They're going to get their get back game. The offense is going to operate at the level that we saw in weeks 16 and 17. And I think that the defense kind of got a get right game against Seattle. So hopefully on the road, let's go Niners. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Then I got Chicago at New England, or not Chicago, sorry. The Chargers at the Patriots.
Yeah.
Man, this is a tough one. This is a tough one because it's kind of like which LA team are we going to see show up, right?
Yeah.
Are the Chargers offensive linemen going to show up to the game, or is Justin Herbert going to take 5 sacks?
Right.
How's this game going to go? And I really like New England, but I'm skeptical, right? They haven't won a ton of big games this season. They are very young, right? But what they do have is they have an experienced captain, right? They've got Mike Vrabel at the helm of the ship.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who has lots of playoff experience and
with guys who are worse at quarterback than Drake May.
Absolutely. Tough pick. I'm always kind of pulling for Jim Harbaugh, but I got to be honest, I think I'm going with New England in this game. They're at home. This is another coin flip game, and frankly, I just don't think that the Chargers do a good enough job protecting Justin Herbert. So
yeah.
Finally, I got Houston at Pitt. This is not even going to be a close game.
I don't think so either.
Pittsburgh will be lucky if they score a touchdown, I think. So yeah, going with Houston.
That game might single-handedly make Rodgers retire. If he's like gets sacked 5+ times,
don't
throw
get
some
my
picks.
Don't get my hopes up, Miles.
Oh yeah, well it's nice to dream sometimes. Well, Jared, believe it or not, we have the same exact picks. I was making my picks as you were making yours. And I mean, like we're not going to rehash everything, but like Rams at Carolina, like I said, Carolina beat the Rams earlier in the season. Sean McVay is too good of a head coach.
It's a trap game.
That's a trap. Yeah. So I just don't. If the Rams, as funny as that would be, as much as I would rejoice, I'm not
rooting for the Rams this upcoming week.
I'm not rooting for anybody in the NFC West. I mean, like maybe the Bears. I think that's a cute love story, but like, in terms of the NFC, but yeah, Rams, they're not losing that game.
Was that a pun? Was that a Jordan Love pun that you just?
Unintentionally, yeah. Yeah. So like, Carolina's not winning that game. Packers at Bears. I did take the Bears, but Green Bay has still always kind of had their number.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time Bears have made the playoffs in a handful of years. Caleb in his second year. Divisional games are always up in the air, but I think they're at home. Like you said, they've been playing good at home, and Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Chi-Town. Bills at Jags. This one I'm really just like. I love Jacksonville this year. I think Liam Cohen's done a really good job. And Buffalo will have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. So what ground are they going to be on when they play that game? But I think Jacksonville is going to do it. Like I said, if they can bottle up James Cook, make that offense one-dimensional, even though it's Josh Allen, they'll have a good chance to win. 49ers at Eagles. Can this game just be like scratched? I don't want to see any of these teams advance. But yeah, I think it's going to be San Francisco. Philly, they're just a shell of themselves. You know, if they can't take advantage of a defensive roster in San Francisco that is just completely run into the ground, they have guys like you and me playing out there, then they're going to lose, and they deserve to lose if they can't take advantage of that with Saquon and their receivers. So, yeah, San Francisco, chalk it up. Chargers at Patriots. This one was tough because, like we already said, Patriots young, inexperienced, but Vrabel is wearing the headset, so he has all the experience with that. And the Chargers, yeah, their offensive line has been blown up. You know, Slater and Joe Alt. Herbert's going to be getting a lot of pressures, a lot of sacks, QB hits. He'll be prone to mistakes. So I hate picking the Patriots because it might lead to another dynasty, but I'm going to. Texans at Steelers.
But whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like, Steelers were lucky to even get in there.
Yeah.
So Houston, they've been on fire. And I don't see Pittsburgh putting that flame out. So yeah, Texans. Jared and I are pretty chalk. Same picks. And who knows where it's going to lead. But now that the playoffs have started, the NFL honors are on its way. Now we got seven awards to give out. NFL honors won't come until before the Super Bowl, but this is why you watch this podcast, so we can make our suggestions to the NFL because we know they listen.
Well, yeah, of course, right?
What do you think Roger Goodell on his? What does he do on his free time? He's like, oh,
you have him on speed dial, right?
I do.
Oh,
yeah. He doesn't answer me because I complain a lot.
He invited me to Thanksgiving, but God, I can't get this guy to leave me alone. It's ridiculous.
I mean, for him to write the script and make me go through misery every year, like I wouldn't go to that either.
Real quick before we do this, Miles, I just want to give another update on this game. 17-13 at halftime, Miami.
Okay.
So Ole Miss did end up kicking a field goal just before half.
And I'm curious who gets the ball in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't get to see the start of the game, so I don't know who won the coin flip.
Yeah, no biggie. Ole Miss will win. Okay, so I assume you just want to go 1-1?
Yeah, let's do it. So, comeback player of the year, Miles, who you got?
I got your boy, Christian McCaffrey.
Very nice.
I mean, and we talked about, I put him on my nice list this year, if you guys recall, but for him to go through all that medical stuff, going to Europe, Germany, wherever, getting second opinions, I thought he was going to be a shell of himself. Either he's going to miss it, like in terms of he's either not going to be anywhere near as productive or he's going to miss a lot of games. And neither of those have been the case. He's played, keep me honest, every game this year, correct? Maybe missed one.
And he's been like our only consistently healthy player.
It's running through him right now. Right. So, I will
almost 1,000-yard receiving and rushing season.
Yeah, he's been great on scrimmage yards this year. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to your boy, C-Mac. So
I also gave it to C-Mac.
Yeah.
So I think you said everything that needed to be said. So I think we're good to move on.
All right, offensive rookie of the year. If you asked me this 8 weeks ago, I would have said Emeka, but it's McMillan.
Okay.
Gets his 1,000 yards in his first season. He has 7 touchdowns, and he's been a good target for Bryce. And I actually believe I predicted this before the season. I think I predicted McMillan would win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
We're gonna have to find the receipts on this, Miles.
Oh, we will.
We'll make it a clip.
Yeah.
Well, I did not have McMillan. I was trying to go away from the narrative a little bit. I think McMillan's great. He probably will win it.
Did you say Quinchon?
No.
Okay.
No, I did not. But that would have been another great option.
An honorable mention.
Yeah, totally honorable mention. The reason, but the guy that I picked, the reason why he won't win it, I don't think he's going to. The reason why he won't, for two reasons. He had to sit behind Russell Wilson to start the season.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he's been evaluated for quite a few concussions this season.
Yeah, he has.
But my offensive rookie of the year, I just think this guy was the best rookie in the class, right? When we redrafted our drafts, we put him number 1 overall.
We did.
And that's Jackson Dart.
Yeah. I don't hate that. Yeah, he was hurt by sitting behind players, getting hurt. And I think he has been on a bit of a decline, but I mean, you can't like
the culture in that locker room,
coaching,
with all
firing.
The injuries. Can you imagine Jackson Dart with Malik Neighbors and Cam Scadaboo all season long?
All season long.
Oh
yeah.
Man,
they probably win more of those games that they should have won.
Oh, absolutely,
leading in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for your coach to be fired mid-season, it's just been dysfunctional. So,
right.
But I don't hate that. And honestly, if those factors weren't involved, I probably would be singing the same tune. I would have him on here as well.
I think he's the best rookie in the class.
I think so too. And I mean, you get the edge being a quarterback. So,
right.
All right, defensive rookie of the year. I got James Pierce Jr.
Okay.
Defensive end for the Atlanta Falcons. He's leading rookies as of right now for sacks. And I did put honorable mention Carson Schlesinger, but I think just in terms of defensive accolades, sacks are always going to be sexier, So
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. So
can you guess who I picked?
Did you take my honorable mention?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at that. It's like, I mean, he's been playing really well. But yeah, I would just only give the edge. Guys like defensive backs and pass rushers, I think, are always going to get the edge because they have the stats that are
interceptions,
sexier. Picks,
sacks.
Yes. Yeah. So, but Carson Schlesinger, he would be just as deserving. So,
yeah, absolutely. Who's your defensive player of the year? Do we even need to do this? Yeah.
It's Myles Garrett. I mean,
it's not close.
It's not close at all. Yeah, he's been a monster.
He broke the sack record.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. And I put an asterisk next to that. Who cares? Like, he was a monster this year. So, pretty chalk. Offensive player of the year. I know I told you before. Did you agree with me? Did you put Jackson Smith and Jigba? Because I remember you asked me.
My bias is showing here.
Okay, yeah, because you asked me if a player can win both of these. And so you put Christian McCaffrey.
I had to. I had to.
And
dude, if it wasn't for CMC, we're not in the playoffs. We don't win. Yeah. We don't win half those games.
Yeah.
So
he's been such a focal point.
Yeah, I mean, the number 1 receiver on the team, on a team that has no receivers.
Exactly.
So I can't give it to anyone else. I do like JSN. No disrespect. I think he's a great player. He's had a kick-ass season, and I'm certainly not trying to take anything away from him. But you got to look at the work that CMC has done this season, especially coming back from the injury.
Yeah, no, you can't sneeze at that. So, coach of the year. I want to hear. You know who I have. Who did you?
I don't know. Actually, I don't remember who you picked.
I picked Liam Cohen.
Okay, yeah. I think that's a great pick, and I had some thoughts. I was initially right away, again, my bias was showing, and I wanted to say Kyle Shanahan, who I think has done a great job this season, right? I mean, just look at where they're at with all the injuries and how far they've come,
right?
But Kyle didn't make it. Another thought that I had was Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson, Mike Vrabel,
right?
Mike McDonald,
Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald, great seasons. I think that they very admirable jobs with both of those teams, right? Those are teams that nobody expected to do anything, and now they're Seattle's the number 1 seed, and Chicago is a very serious playoff or Super Bowl contender right now. But my vote went to Mike Vrabel. I'm very impressed by the job that the Patriots have done. I know we talked about the fact that yes, they haven't played a lot of really great teams, but they're so young and they have accomplished so much this season. I'm really excited to see where their future goes. I think that they drafted really well this last season. They put players in positions that needed to be there. I think that they made some mistakes at the beginning of the season, not playing Travion Henderson a little bit more.
Yeah.
But overall, I've been impressed by the Patriots, and I'm rooting for Mike Vrabel.
Well, neither of us. I don't think anybody would have predicted that they would win that division with Buffalo. So, but yeah, I think Liam Cohen. I
said they were going to get second, but I couldn't imagine that they were going to beat the Bills.
Yeah. I think just for Liam Cohen, Jacksonville's been pretty bad.
Yeah.
And you had to find a guy who could fix Trevor Lawrence. He hadn't performed the way he has since Doug Peterson.
Well, and we've talked a lot about Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
We did. Him being shell-shocked, his experience coming out of college, right? Yeah. Dealing with all of the struggles that he's dealt with,
right.
And even the coaching challenges.
100%.
So it is an impressive job that Cohen has done.
Yeah, 100%. And it goes to show that teams can flip on a dime like that. You get the right coach and quarterback in there, like you don't need to do a multi-year rebuild. And we've seen it so many times.
And I'll tell you right now, that's why the MVP is always going to be a quarterback, because
every time
it is not just the most valuable player in the league, but it's the most valuable player on any football team. Right,
like in any
offense
sport.
Doesn't the team doesn't function without a quality quarterback.
Right,
even a mid-tier quarterback makes a massive difference.
100%.
And you see teams that don't have great quarterbacks, and where they're at now.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of bad quarterback play. So, and that'll transition us to our MVP. There are really two names as of right now. And I think it's Matthew Stafford. I understand that he had that bad game not that long ago, which kind of tanked his odds. But let's not forget the run he was on before that. What was it, like 20? He had like 20 plus passing touchdowns in a row without a pick.
I want to hear who the other name is that you were thinking
about. It's Drake May. Yeah. And if he won MVP, I wouldn't be like that's a robbery. But I mean, I think there's a lot of context that goes into this. I mean, New England's beaten, 2 teams with a winning record this year, and Matthew Stafford is dicing up the NFC West.
Right.
And a loaded NFC this year. So, yeah, I'm not going to let one game tank his stock like that. I understand that it does, but just in my opinion, I think he could have had the number 1 seed.
Right.
So.
I agree, and that's why Matthew Stafford made my list. He started the season with a back injury.
Yeah.
Didn't bother him.
Yeah, we thought maybe he was like, we're going to see a lot of Jimmy G.
Well, so. and we said it also at the beginning of the season, if Matthew Stafford is healthy, the Rams were going to be dangerous, and they were.
Yep.
And they were. And without him, they are not in the position that they are in today.
No, absolutely not. No. But, yeah, I mean... I'm not mad at this. I could see. I think we got some locks on here for sure.
Yeah,
come like the next coming weeks, we're gonna be right on some of these. So
I agree, and I appreciate you giving us some context, some stats behind Stafford. But Miles, can you guess these upcoming stats?
I can and I will. Thank you very much.
You can guess.
Yeah.
You can try.
I can, yeah.
You can try. Well, Miles, you want me to kick it off or you want to do it? All right. So in lieu of all of the coaching fires that we've had, I've got 2 head coaching stats for you. So, Miles, the first one I got here. This head coach has both 60 wins as an NFL quarterback and an NFL head coach.
My first My first thought was Jim Harbaugh. Because I'm pretty sure, I think he played quarterback. You got other NFL players in there too, but I know they didn't play quarterback. Yeah, I'll say Jim Harbaugh.
Very nice, Miles. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah. I've watched a lot of Sunday Night Football where, if he's coaching that game, they're going to show the clips of him playing. So, I didn't think my memory would steer me wrong there.
I'm a big Jim Harbaugh guy.
I like Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh a lot.
Yeah. And I like his brother too, so please come to the desert. But yeah, he's a good coach.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Jared, you might have seen this stat before. This is actually kind of a popular stat.
Okay.
And it's very mind-blowing. This team was number 1 in offense and number 1 in defense and missed the playoffs.
Ooh.
And I have the year if you want it.
Yeah, give it to me.
2010.
In 2010, number 1 in offense, defense, and missed the playoffs.
You got to have some pretty bad special teams.
Yikes. 2010. Let me think about that. So I was...
Were you 13?
Yeah, I was going into middle school. No, I was going into high school. Right? I started high school in 2012.
Yeah,
so I was going into middle school. 2010.
I was 8 years old.
Oh man, yeah, you were just a child.
I was just a boy.
Just a boy. Oh, this is tough.
I'm kind of surprised you've never seen this stat before.
I'm sure that I have, but off the top of my head, I can't think of what it is. It's the Niners, Miles. Are you trying to get back at me?
Is that your final answer?
It is.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was the Chargers.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Jim Harbaugh's Chargers. Well, not Jim Harbaugh's Chargers.
I can't remember who the coach was at the time, but they had Phillip Rivers. Their special teams was like diabolically bad. So
interesting.
Yeah. I know it's crazy. Like, I feel like you would never see that again. But
well, and I never would think about the Chargers because
you wouldn't think they'd be that good.
Really bad for a really long time.
Yeah.
And so I guess I never thought that they would be number 1 in both of those categories.
Right.
All right, Miles. Well, this head coach holds the NFL record for most road playoff wins by a head coach, 8 more than Tom Landry.
Are they still coaching?
I cannot share that information with you. I do apologize.
Okay, so this coach has 8 more road playoff wins than Tom Landry.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's the NFL record.
Now I got to think about how far back this goes. Because I want to say Bill Belichick.
I will tell you, this is a relevant individual.
A relevant individual.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so but he could still be coaching. I don't think it's Andy Reid.
You don't?
I don't. I mean, it could be. I think Bill has a larger sample size. I mean, it's not Tomlin.
There's a lot of first-round losses.
Yeah, there are
a lot of road losses.
Yeah,
probably.
We think it's going to tally up again. Could it be your boy Johnny Harbaugh? I'm going to say Bill.
Bill?
Yeah. Who was it?
Miles, if you want this guy to come to the desert, you better learn a little bit more about him.
It is John.
It is your boy, John Harbaugh.
Wow. Okay, well, I think I saw that he's won 13 playoff games. So 8 of them were on the road? Is that right? That's crazy. Wow. Okay. I should have known. You'd throw him in there.
Jim and John, man.
Yeah, Jim and John.
Yeah. All right, what you got?
All right. This player has more rushing touchdowns than Saquon Barkley since entering the league.
This player.
Yes.
Is it a quarterback? Is it Jalen Hurts?
Final answer?
Yes.
It's Josh Allen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
I'm pretty
sure
that
was 2017 when he got drafted. I think. Do I have that back?
I think Jalen Hurts might also have more. Dude, tush push.
That's true.
I think Jalen might have more than Saquon as well.
Yeah. Well, I think, then who would have more between the two? Who do you think?
Between Jalen and...
Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen.
I'm pretty sure it's Jalen.
Let's see. This is not good podcasting.
Well, it is. We're sharing information. We're creating... we're giving people the info, right? It's our job to ask questions.
Okay, so Josh Allen has 78.
Okay. Josh Allen with his 78.
Hurts has 63.
Okay. How many does Saquon have?
Let's see. $48? That doesn't seem right.
No way.
7 in his first year. That doesn't sound right.
Diabolical.
You would think you would have like at least 60.
We're gonna have to check these stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way, you know what? I want to go watch this Ole Miss Miami game, Miles.
Yeah.
I got to see if our picks are correct and Ole Miss pulls through for us. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment under the posts. We love to see your guys' interactions. And if anyone, if you guys are interested in being on the show sometime, we'd love to do another fourth quarter question of the week.
Absolutely.
We're always here for that. Even if you want to just come on and dog us a little bit, we're always here for that. We'll give it back too. And we will see you next week.